Welcome to your ultimate pit stop, Piston Pundit, where torque meets trade talk and horsepower collides with headlines. While President Trump promotes his one big beautiful bill and slaps tariffs left and right, Canada has fired back, not with rhetoric, but with raw materials. We're talking about a $1.5 billion aluminum mega project, a surge in exports to Europe and Asia, and a clear break from relying on U.S. trade. Is this the start of a new global metals map, or just clever Canadian hedging? Buckle up, because in this aluminum arms race, Canada isn't just holding the wheel, it's flooring it. Here's what's driving the shift. Quebec goes full throttle on aluminum expansion. Canada's aluminum game just got supercharged. Aluminary Alouette, Quebec's industrial powerhouse, has announced a bold $1.5 billion upgrade to its Sept-Îles facility, a move that's as political as it is industrial. But don't mistake this for just a facelift. It's a firewall against Trump's 50% aluminum tariffs, and a long-term play to fortify Canada's grip on North America's aluminum output. The deal isn't just hefty, it's strategic. Backed by Hydro-Quebec's clean, stable energy, the facility locks in low-carbon credentials and ensures long-term pricing predictability. With $750 million allocated through 2030 and the rest through 2045, this isn't just future-proofing, it's future-dominating. Quebec already accounts for 70% of the continent's aluminum. This deal? It cements their supremacy. Let's talk specs. 950 employees, 630,000 tons of annual output, and Rio Tinto owning 40%, with the rest backed by European giants. For the aluminum curious, that means every Tesla panel or aerospace bracket sourced from here could soon bypass US customs altogether. But Canada's industrial moves aren't running on autopilot. They're being steered aggressively from the top. Mélanie Joly puts the pedal down on policy. Enter Mélanie Joly, Canada's industry minister and the country's new economic pit boss. On a recent visit to Quebec's aluminum corridor, Joly didn't just visit the plants, she revved up the rhetoric. She called Trump's tariffs unjustified, illegal, and unacceptable, adding, "The front lines are aluminum, steel, and autos." That's not just talk, it's turbocharged diplomacy. Joly's not idling either. She's slashing the red tape, cutting paperwork for funding from 50 pages down to 12. She's also firing up liquidity pipelines through institutions like BDC and CED, giving smaller manufacturers the octane they need to compete. And her long-term strategy? A three-gear plan: short-term anti-dumping defenses, medium-term investment and financial streamlining, long-term integration of Canadian aluminum into military and national projects. She's also warning fellow policymakers: the US under Trump is unpredictable. He'll tweet a new policy at 6 a.m. and we'll be left scrambling, she said. Her solution? Detach Canada's economy from US volatility before another tariff bomb drops. So, while Trump is pulling levers in DC, Canada's quietly shifting gears globally. Before we delve deeper, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Piston Pundit. It helps us fuel more deep dives into the machines and markets shaping our world. Exports rerouted, Canada's diversification strategy in overdrive. As Washington goes hard on tariffs, Canada's exporters are peeling off into new lanes, and the May 2025 trade stats prove it. Exports to non-US countries rose 5.7%, while US-bound shipments slumped to pandemic-era lows. The trade deficit narrowed too, from 7.6 billion Canadian dollars to 5.9 billion Canadian dollars, signaling a rebalanced road ahead. It's not just aluminum that's seeing global traction. Canada's shipping more gold to the UK, more crude to Singapore, and more pork to Japan. Even niche players, from pharmaceutical firms to mascot costume makers, are fine-tuning strategies to win in Asia and Europe. Economists are calling it the Great Pivot. And with free trade pacts like CETA and CPTPP in full throttle, Canada's proving it doesn't need to tailgate the US economy anymore. It's drafting its own course, and doing it with precision. But the real twist in this trade tale? It's not just about avoiding tariffs, It's about becoming a manufacturing and export powerhouse for the EV era, and that's exactly what we'll explore next. Manufacturing slows, but green innovation gathers speed. While Canada's raw materials and agri-food sectors are hitting high gear, the broader manufacturing engine is sputtering. June's S&P Global PMI dropped to 45.6, its lowest reading since the COVID dip of 2020. With Trump's tariffs pressuring cross-border trade, the fifth consecutive month of contraction hit hard, and production cuts reached a 5-year high. But not everyone's stuck in neutral. Some steel component suppliers are renegotiating U.S. contracts to share the tariff pain. Others are steering toward Europe and Asia, or simply cutting ties with American buyers altogether. Yet here's the twist. As traditional manufacturing struggles, clean tech is revving up. From EV battery components in Ontario and Manitoba to hydrogen hubs and aerospace composites, investment is shifting toward what some call Canada's next-gen drivetrain. The aerospace sector alone shipped out nearly 19 billion Canadian dollar last year, and it's not done climbing. Minister Mélanie Joly and Premier Legault are betting on a future that's green, digital, and diversified. If red tape can be trimmed and innovation zones nurtured, this aluminum disruption could spark a full-on industrial renaissance. And what good is high-output aluminum if you can't move it? That's where Canada's silent strength is kicking in. Ports of power. Canada's export engines go global. Forget shiny smelters for a second. Canada's ports are quietly becoming the transmission system of its trade transformation. And Saguenay, Quebec? It's shifting from sleepy harbor to high-octane launchpad. Minister Joly spotlighted the upgrades at Port Saguenay, which now ships aluminum directly to Europe. Exports to Italy and Germany are climbing, thanks to modern logistics that cut costs and shipping times. It's not just efficiency, it's strategic agility. And it's getting greener, too. The port is gearing up for low-carbon, ESG-compliant cargo, an increasingly crucial ask from European buyers. With Rio Tinto and regional manufacturers plugged into this logistics overhaul, companies now have faster, tariff-dodging routes when U.S. policy veers unpredictably. Even better, this isn't just about aluminum. These same upgrades support clean hydrogen, rare earths, agri-food, and composite materials. Cold storage, covered, intermodal rail links, already underway. What looks like port trivia is, in fact, Canada's economic insurance policy, rapid rerouting in an era of weaponized trade. And with that, let's zoom out and see what this all means for the broader picture. Verdict: the aluminum shift that could reshape trade. Canada hasn't just countered Trump's tariffs, it's outmaneuvered them. From Quebec's billion-dollar smelting revamp to soaring aluminum shipments across the Atlantic, Ottawa's message is loud and clear. It won't play by DC's rules anymore. And it's not just talk. Joly's war room strategy includes liquidity injections, bureaucracy rollbacks, export pivots, and future-proofed manufacturing clusters. Instead of folding under U.S. pressure, Canada is recalibrating around resilience and relevance. The U.S. may have fired the first shot, but it inadvertently accelerated Canada's evolution into a clean tech, global trade player. The question now is, can this new momentum carry through the next economic storm, or will Washington's gravitational pull prove too strong? Now we want to hear from you. Can Canada really build a trade strategy that ditches U.S. dependency? Will clean tech and EV investments be enough to offset traditional manufacturing losses? Is Canada becoming a global blueprint for post-tariff industrial strategy? Drop your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. If you found this breakdown insightful, make sure to subscribe to Piston Pundit, your ultimate pit stop for vehicle updates, global auto trade shifts, and everything in between. Hit that bell so you never miss a turn in this fast-moving ride. Thanks for watching Piston Pundit, and see you next time. You can now check out the videos on screen. There's plenty more torque-driven content to explore.